Hey everybody. This video is going to show you how to take your data from the competition lab, which I have over here on the right side of my screen, and put it into Microsoft Excel. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go down here and you're going to type Excel. And then when it pops up, you're going to hit blanks workbook and it will look like this. The first thing we want to do, we're going to do one of these at a time, and then you'll just do the exact same thing with the other. So I'm going to use our class data, which is up on the board, and I'm going to create this top chart. So it is inter-specific competition. So I am going to go ahead and put the title up here, inter-specific competition, and right away, do you see how the words up here carry over past the A column into the B column? Well, all of these words are technically still in A because if we look here in B, then there's nothing there. So how we're going to fix that is we're going to click up here and we are going to make the column wider so that our words all fit into a cell. Okay. Next, underneath is where I'm going to actually create this. So I'm going to call this one number of chives. And then the next box over, average basil height in millimeters. Oh, you see how this went over the line again? I'm going to click and drag it over to give myself more space. Then we have group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, and group 7. Okay? Now, I've got 0 chives, 2 chives, 4 chives, 8 chives. And ultimately, all of these cells here, I click and drag over, they are going to become my data table. So it's going to go from group 1 all the way to group 7, and it's going to go from 0 chives in the pot up to 8 chives in the pot. At this point, you are going to type the data from our class data sheet right into this. So you will type 0, 70.5, so on and so forth, and just put all of your data in there. I, for making this video, went ahead and already created it. So I am going to switch to this spreadsheet, which I went ahead and did it for the bottom one, but I'm going to take this data and put it back in that one that I was showing you how to do it. So ignore this little step that I'm doing. You will not have to do that. Okay, so you've got all of your data in there. The first thing is I want this title to be centered over the whole table. So I'm going to click and drag from the word interspecific over to the end of where my data is. And then now I can actually make this big because we don't need the picture of the data anymore. This magic button right here is merge and center. So it will take all of these individual box cells and put them in one and take the text that's in it and center. So it makes it look like a nice little title for the actual table. I'm going to make that bold. And then the last thing is so that I can really help to see this table, I'm going to highlight the whole table. So click and drag with your fingers. And then right here, I'm going to show all borders because for me, it helps to be able to see the table as an actual table. Okay. Now, the last step is going to be to calculate your averages. And so I want to tell Microsoft Excel to add up this number, that number, that number, that number, that number, that number, and that number, and divide by 7 or calculate the average. Luckily, Excel will do that for us. So we're going to type equals average parentheses. Now, when those words are dropped down, please don't click any of those. It makes it harder. So type the whole word average and then hit an open parenthesis. And then you need to highlight what numbers you want Microsoft Excel to calculate the average of. So I'm going to click and drag all of those. So if you did these in the same cell as me, it should say C3 to I3. I'm going to close the parentheses. I'm going to hit enter. And it calculates the average for me. So the average of all of these numbers is 53.2 something. I'm going to do the same thing here, equals average, parentheses, click and drag, just the ones that are to the right of it, close the parentheses and hit enter. You can do that again for this one and this one, or if you want a little shortcut, when you have told Microsoft Excel, oh, in order to fill in this box right here, what I want you to do is take the average of the 7 boxes to the right. You can tell it to just do the same thing for this box, use the 7 boxes to the right of it, and this box, use the 7 boxes to the right of it. And to do that, essentially take the same formula and use it over again. This little green box in the bottom corner, you can click and drag down, and boom, it does it for you. Okay. One last thing that I am going to show you is we don't want all of these decimals here. So I'm going to highlight all of these. And then this little button here will move the decimal point over. And so we want to do it to 1 decimal point. So this will be our averages to 1 decimal point, 53.2, 80.3, 82.8, and 85.4. There is your data table. So this is what you will highlight the whole thing, and you will hit copy and then go over to your results section and paste it right into your spreadsheet. That's it.